to Millionaires Are Made, the TV show where we believe you can be a millionaire in all 6 aspects of your health. We do episodes on your physical health, your mental health, your social health, spiritual health, financial health, and today, intellectual health. How to get smarter. Simple, easy tips. Our topic is certifications. This could be a fitness coach, nutrition, a minister to do weddings. All sorts of certifications exist out there, and we've got 2 awesome guests. We had one bailer who, man, we should shun them. 2 awesome guests are going to go over some certifications and how and tips and why, all that kind of stuff. If this is your first time the Millionaires Are Made, this show is built on the fundamental belief that every person you meet in this world knows something that you don't, and that there is something to be learned from everyone. So we brought 2 awesome guests, and in spirit of authenticity, I don't even know what they're going to say. I don't even know who they are until about 15 minutes before the show when we meet backstage and we go over the logistics of the show. So there could be some awesome tips here. There may be some conflict here. Who knows? But that's the only way to really get all the awesome tips to you so you can learn and grow and become more awesome in your intellectual health. Oh, audience, we love you guys, and the best thing ever you can do is interact with us. Comment on us, however you're watching, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you are. Comment, react. We will post your comments live so everyone can see them. And if you ask questions, we will also answer them live. Today, we only got 2 guests, so we'll be taking a lot of questions from the audience. So please, if you have anything, just comment. We will find it, and we will talk about it right then and there. If you are a podcast host and you need guests, you got some right here. I would love to be a guest on your show. I'll be a guest on any show. I can talk about almost anything. We've got guests here too. They're also great, and they're on my show, so they would love to be on your show. So let's spread some love and spread knowledge and education to everyone. Today's episode has 2 awesome sponsors. The first sponsor is Pharmaceuticals. This is the #1 dispensary in Denver, Colorado. Unfortunately, it's not legal to ship yet, so you do have to travel to Denver. They've won cannabis cups. They've won THC cups. They've won connoisseurs cup, and they have their medical and recreational, so anyone can go there over 21 or with a medical card. Go check them out, Denver, Colorado. Pharmaceuticals. Also, we'll be opening a new store in the Virgin Islands here on December 20th when the licenses are legal, so there will be 2 locations for you to check out the top cannabis in the planet, essentially. Our second sponsor is Gunther's Adventures. The link's coming right up. Gunther's Adventures is all about your one-stop shop for adventure, inspiration, and cleverly designed Toyota upgrades. If you are into 4-wheel and 4x4 and getting a car off-roading, this is a company you got to check out for sure. Whether you're a seasoned overlander or just a weekend warrior, Gunther's helps push your Toyota further. Gunther Adventures is the owner of Hellview Designs, which explores the capabilities of the Toyota SUV platform with cleverly designed products, advice, and you can watch their adventures as well. Next up, we need more guests and more topics. We're always looking for new, fresh ideas. So if there's anything that you're struggling with or you're curious about, whether it's cryptocurrency or physically mining gold, whatever you want to do, let us know. We will go out and we will find guests that have tips to give for that so you can learn and grow and hopefully connect with some awesome people in that topic. And also, we want you to be a guest because we know that you got something in your brain that needs to be shared with the whole world so we can all learn and grow and be a better society. So please sign up. The link is dropped right now. Sign up there, become a guest, let us know about topics, and let's move forward. I also want to let you know I love this show, and it's an awesome way for me to share information and give back. But I also offer free coaching, so if you want a one-on-one session with me, that link's being dropped right now. I give free coaching one-on-one if you want to learn about intellectual health or physical health or anything of the many topics that I help cover. I spend pretty much my entire life learning, as you can see from this show, learning and taking in knowledge. So I would love to give that back to you one-on-one. Sign up below. And finally, if you love what we do, please, please, please like, share, subscribe, send stars, whatever it is, so that we can keep growing and adding more and more guests and topics and shows and just keep help growing everyone that's watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch or TikTok. Whatever you want to do, please help and like and share and spread the word. And now that all that bullshit is done, let's dig in. Intellectual health certifications. So I'm not going to give a tip right now. We only have 2 guests. So I kind of want to dive right in, and we're going to have a lot of dialogue on this episode. So first things first, I'm going to pull out Sam for his 5 minutes. And we're going to go, Sam, who are you?
What's up, Austin? How you doing, pal?
I'm great, man. We got 2 shows today. It's been a good day so far.
Yeah, same here, pal. Well, thank you for having me on. My name is Samuel Smith. I am the small business surgeon, and it's my mission to help entrepreneurs really live their dream lives through their businesses. Because isn't that why we started businesses in the first place, mate?
Dream lives. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do, man. I got this little podcast. Have you been on my show yet? I don't think you have. Let's get you on the show before we.
I don't know why not, but
I don't know either.
I don't know, but I should be on as often as you'll have me for sure.
All right, we can do one.
All right, let's do it. All right, Sam. Well, I got a real question for you. If I want to improve my intellectual health using certifications, what simple tip would you give me?
Man, I thought we were going to prepare for this. So
we don't prepare shit. This is all from the heart.
The best tip I can give you is to know what you want to do. And I know that sounds funny, but we live in an age of abundance and an age of abundance of information. And so you can literally learn and get certified in just about anything that you want to do. And what's key is most people, they just sit there and they don't get certified because they say, well, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to be. I don't know what I want to become. They don't put any time into that. So, for example, my certification that I've just got that you pulled me on here to talk about, it's an artificial intelligence and machine learning in business applications. But I would never have taken that course had I not first decided that it was my mission to become a world-class business consultant, right? And so what's the most threatening, prevalent thing that most businesses are trying to deal with and trying to integrate right now? AI is right there at the top of the list. And so knowing what you want to get certified in first, there's so many things out there. You can literally live your dream by going onto Udemy, by going onto YouTube University, by there's Coursera. I'm a huge fan of Udemy, and then there's another one called Great Learning, which specializes in postgrad stuff. I mean, there's just so many resources out there. The best tip I can give you is to really focus on that dream that you want to create, and then go find the certification to do it. Don't just do a certification because it's there. It's like, well, I'm given. I'm a masseuse, so I'm going to get advanced level massage certifications. Unless your passion is in the area that you're getting certified in, really question why you want to do it. That's my advice. That's my tip.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I like that you brought that up too, is all the online certifications, right?
Oh yeah.
Obviously there's some that are good, right? Like the Google has a whole educational course,
yep.
Coursera, you named. Mm-hmm. And that kind of my tip's going to be about that is anybody can create a fucking course and certify you in whatever the fuck they want. But Correct. If someone else accepts that certificate, is the big thing. It's almost the same as the degree. But I'll go over that in a sec after we're done with Jen and stuff, and I'll do my tip. But yeah, I like that you hit on that. The certifications can be aplenty. And in our pre-game, I think I was saying, I don't know if I've ever gotten a certification. I have a degree, but I don't think I've certified anything. And so I don't know. It's going to be like your own journey, whatever you want to do, et cetera, et cetera. But let's talk about you again. What on your life journey did you learn this information?
I didn't learn it as I was so much forced to ingest it, because of, when you perpetually get things wrong and you stand there and you look and say, hey, this is my life. I'm responsible for this. What's going on here? You can wing it for as long as you want, but the more you study and the more you get certified, the more doors open to you. And so for me, it was being in my mid-20s, actually, when I first started to realize this. And, coming out of school and being a musician and making decent money from music, it wasn't gonna pay for a house, like it wasn't gonna pay the bills. And I had two choices. Like, you're in your mid-20s now, and I didn't even have a GED that would be accepted in America. I graduated high school normally in England, but like trying to get into college at that level without the right transcripts and without that, it seemed like an insurmountable thing. And so in my 20s, I ran into this wall of like, you can only make, back then it was $7.25 an hour. And then you make whatever you make teaching and whatever you make gigging. And you look, and at the end of the week, you've worked 60 hours and you've got $500. You're like, what in the world happened? And the only way I could see out of that life, and the only way I could see was to getting a mortgage and getting a house and getting all the stuff you want in your 20s, was to go and find an industry I could work in where I could do industry-based certifications and get paid to learn while I was going. And that's what triggered it for me for getting certified. It was looking at the amount of money that these guys with the certificates were making and looking at the amount of money I was making. And it's a no-brainer, like hits you right between the eyes. You need some kind of training that says you're capable in the marketplace, and then you'll get hired and you'll get the job. But you've got to do the work first. And I think that's where a lot of us go wrong,
I love it. Sam, that's great insight. Very good, especially from someone who still is getting certificates right now and still learning.
It's addicting, man. I can't stop learning. I love it. I want to know everything. And
same. That's the real secret behind the show, is I'm just trying to take all this info from all you guys.
Yeah, like when I podcast, right? I get to interview some of the smartest business people on the planet. And yes, it's an interview, and yes, it's based around the needs of my audience. But mate, I get a free hour with God knows how many amazing like businessmen and authors and all that kind of stuff. So my show has done wonders for my intellectual health. Actually, just interviewing and getting to talk to people that are way smarter than I am.
I love it. All right, Sam, we're gonna have to put you backstage and bring out our next guest. Jen, how are you doing, Jen? Tell us, who are you?
I am Jen Fredericks, and I am a prosilience coach and a mother. Sorry?
I remember last time I made you explain this. Let's go over.
Proactive plus resilience.
All right.
Equals prosilience. Yeah, I'm a mother, a wife, a daughter, a friend, avid music fan. I have
Blind Melon. She likes Blind Melon. Don't diss on them. You'll get yelled at.
Dude. Like, I almost backed out of the show.
Yeah.
No, I just took my daughter on spring break in Chicago for a couple of days, and we went to the Adler Planetarium and got to see the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon with the whole visual graphic. It was super, super fun. So I don't just like Blind Melon. I also like classics, and I'm forced to listen to pop music by my daughter. But we're all good. So that's who I am. Excited to be here.
All right. I thought you were going to go right into it. I was like, well, let's ask him.
I'm waiting for you, man.
All right, Jen. If I wanted to improve my intellectual health using certifications, what simple tip would you give me?
Check out your intention. I think certifications can be a double-edged sword. So,
ooh, all right.
Yeah. So are you doing it because you're feeling like an imposter and you're trying to prove yourself internally and externally? Or are you doing it because you have a genuine excitement to learn the information, and that is the way that you choose to learn the information?
Nice. I like that. All right. All right. Where on your life journey did you learn that tip?
I'm still learning it. Man, I have a course graveyard, as they say. Like.
Okay, tell me, what is the course graveyard?
So it's one of those things like when you're in your imposter syndrome and you're looking to establish and be confident in your area of expertise, or maybe as Sam had mentioned earlier, you just aren't sure exactly what you want to do, and you could just keep collecting courses. You keep collecting courses, and I have a bunch of those. And at the beginning of my coaching career 7 years ago, it was because I didn't feel like I was a good coach. Like, how am I a good coach? Like, yeah, I'm certified, but do I have enough information? And so I started collecting all these things to try to make myself feel better. And then I also would say, like, as I progressed along and got further focused on exactly what I wanted to do, I was able to catch the certifications that helped me build that expertise that I knew I wanted to follow through with. So that's a course graveyard. It's really like, you're laying in bed and you're scrolling and you're like, oh my God, that looks interesting. I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm going to do that. And then you rack up all of this. I still have like 6 or 7 courses that I purchased a little while ago that I know I want to do because it is interesting to me. But at first I purchased it because I thought I needed it to be taken seriously.
Speaking of courses you need to take, Sam just launched his new business 90-day course thing.
I saw that on his site. I went and took a look at that.
Oh, look at you researching your fellow guests. I like it. All right. Yeah. We'll do a shout out for that in a sec, but I think that we're almost ready. I'm going to do a little quip on my tips, and then we'll do our round robin. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Here's my thoughts on certifications. So I have a degree, but I've really thought about it, and I don't think I have a single certification. So I've gone the opposite route of the last two. So here's certifications. Degrees, have to be like registered, and they have to be, the government has to like say it's a university, they can give a degree. Certifications can be done by virtually anyone. I mean, I could create a course and give you a piece of paper at the end of the certification. That piece of paper only holds as much weight as whoever you're presenting it to. So we're going to rip on Sam a little bit. So if I go through Sam's course and I'm like, I have a small business surgeon certificate, that is only as important as somebody that's looking at it that knows Sam's course. So of course, Sam and I share quite a similar network. So if I tell people about it, it's going to be awesome. Hey, I got this course, people will know. But if I'm in like China and I hold up his certificate, that probably won't hold up anything at all. Now the knowledge that you get in the course will always be here. So that's one great thing. So if you're doing it for the piece of paper, you need to know what that worth is going to be. But if you believe in Sam and what he's doing and his knowledge, that is something that you should think about. So certificates may or may not be worth anything depending on what they are. But if you find someone that has good knowledge, or you find a course that really is going to help, the knowledge is what really is there. And I have done a fuckload of shit, and there's 0 certificates. At any point in my life, I've been probably one of the most knowledgeable things on a subject in the top 99.9%. I mean, in 2012, I probably knew more about cannabis than fucking anyone I could think of. I was in the industry day in, day out, spending 100 hours a week. I knew everything about buying, selling, growing cannabis. Now, much less. Now I know a lot more about, coaching. Now I know more about teaching and sharing and all this other stuff. But and eventually I'll probably have a course like Sam and, they'll give you a piece of fucking paper that says, woohoo, you did something. But those are my thoughts on certificates. It's almost like a degree. A degree from Yale is going to be held a lot more, even internationally, than a degree from like Grand Canyon University online or something. So whatever you're doing to improve your intellectual health, make sure it's improving your intellect, not doing it just for that piece of paper. Like Jen was saying, piece of paper may be worthless, whatever. Make sure you're doing it to build your brain. And that's my spiel. Now we'll bring everyone out and talk about all this shit. All right, Sam, quickly refresh what your tip is.
Oh, I forgot. Which one? Oh, the one for the course. Yeah, knowing what you want to do first, taking the time to figure it out first. And I think like Jen said, just be wary of collecting too many of them.
All right, Jen. Oh, yeah. Jen, that with the course graveyard. Tell us your thoughts on Sam's tip.
I think it's crap. No, I agree. Like, I didn't know, I was new in the industry. That's, you know, I think I forgot to share how I came into even like my certification collection. And that was because I was laid off from my 16-year marketing career that I had a degree for, and decided I didn't want to go back and went into the coaching world. But then, you know, there isn't yeah, you can go to like, I live in Wisconsin, so you could go to UW-Madison and you could get a coaching degree from there. But like, I also was in my 40s. So, like, am I going back to like university? No. So I decided to, you know, take the certification for life coaching, which actually ended up saving my life. So my tip is, what's your intention behind taking the certification? Is it because you feel like you need that piece of paper to help burn down your imposter syndrome? Or is it because you're like genuinely interested in the information that that course is teaching and that you want to build your intellect from there?
I agree with that. Yeah, it's I mean, you guys are almost making me want to just go collect a shitload of certificates.
No, that's what I was trying to get you not to do.
I mean, almost to prove a point and just be like, yo, like, like I'm at my life with 0 certificates, right? And I've had like 30 businesses in 30 different industries, done all this shit, learned all this shit. I mean, I could easily go and grab certificates in all these, and it'd be kind of interesting to see how quickly I could go grab like 20 certificates in liquor, 20 in cannabis. I mean, I don't even know if there are in cannabis. There's someone out there somewhere doing something, I'm sure. But
oh yeah.
But then it's like, I don't know. It's almost like, is that just a waste of my time? If I already have the knowledge, what's the point of that piece of paper?
Well, here's the thing. I've been coaching for 7 years. I was with a company for a while, and I just went out on my own. And not once in that 7 years has anyone asked me for any of my certifications. Yeah. They could give a shit. It's the energy you bring. It's the connection that you make. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah. So to counter that, there are industries that require this. So let's go with, I mean, like being like a reverend or whatever to do marriages, you have to have a license or a certificate there.
Well, yeah, but like my brother-in-law, he went online and got a certificate to marry people so he could marry his friends.
Just get a boat or become a captain.
That goes back to saying what's worth it and what isn't.
Yeah.
You know, we just had
don't have to have like to perform marriages in that way. You don't have, you know, you do it because you want it to be legal for your friends or whatnot. But like, I don't know the process of becoming like a minister or a reverend in a church or whatnot. But yeah, like you go online and you can get it.
Yeah. I mean, even to be like, let's say like an ayahuasca shaman, you know, I believe there's a license or certificate. I actually don't know that for a fact. But I mean, like, it's kind of like for like that specific tribe, you know, the shaman has to teach his way of issuing ayahuasca. And so you'd have to learn from him. And I don't know if they issue a certificate or not, but you have to like train from him.
Right. So but that's a great question. It's like, when you're looking at certifications, like I said, it's the intention. Is it the training that you're seeking from these people with the expertise that you're hoping to learn from? Or is it that you want a wall behind you of printed out, framed whatevers to prove that you know this shit?
Yeah. I mean, I like having it on the wall, but I think that the knowledge is far more important than the certificate. You know, is somebody doing what you want to do, and are they doing it better than you can do it? Then if the answer to both those questions is yes, you can learn from them whether they're certified or not. And yeah, like if you want to get into a trade, if you want to go to some kind of school and get certified, that's a different thing, I think, that we're talking about here. But from an intellectual level, like read books, like get up, go find the knowledge. And you know, if there's a certificate, great, but if there's not, just keep feeding your brain, because like what you put in is what you get out. And people seem to fail to recognize that just like food, when you put good food in your body, you get good results. It's the same with your brain. When you put good information in there, you get good information out, and it raises your value over time.
The best way to get good information is to watch this show.
Yes, let's do a little plug. I mean, I have a story about that. So I was looking for a way to authentically and energetically align in marketing my coaching business, and I fell down the rabbit hole of the human design system, which I'm a bit hippie. Yes, maybe because I like blind melon. I'm not sure, but So I started.
They had that one hit, didn't they, about rain?
No, dude, they have a whole album, man. They even have lives out there. Go look them up on Spotify.
I just know that rain song.
No, look up Change and look up Soul One.
I will have to go and look those up.
You will have to.
Right.
Okay.
Oh man, she's making us learn our music. I need a certificate in blind melody.
No, but what I was gonna say is like I fell down this rabbit hole of human design, and I have like this whole book of things that I was trying to figure out. Like, okay, how does this feel when I mark it from this place and from my energy type? And I started writing up, syntheses, whatever, for my friends around their human design, and then I offered it for a place where I work and do workshops, and she was like, yeah, that would be awesome. Like, are you certified in that? And so at that point I was like, oh, okay, so in order to offer that service at that place, I need to have a certification to appease the business owner. And so I did, and I'm doing this certification, and I'm going through the training, but like I don't feel like I need to, because I learned so much from everything that I compiled on my own.
I agree with that. I feel like I don't need. I can give certificates and teach so much that I don't even know if I need them. Real quick though, not to interrupt, we got 2 questions from the audience, so we got to go over them before we miss them. Yeah. They're both from Mike, who says, "Who needs a certificate when you have talent and money?" And then after that says, "Is this Sam Smith from Unholy?"
No, I am English. Unfortunately for you, I'm not gay and I can't sing, and so that's just 1 out of 3 on the Sam Smiths.
Just 1 out of 3 on the Sam Smiths. All right,
but close, Mike. Well done, mate. Yeah.
But Mike does have a point there. Who needs a certificate when you have talent and money? I mean, essentially, if you have the talent, I guess a certificate kind of it's to show other people that you know that knowledge. Mm-hmm. But if you just are giving it, I mean, I know Sam and I don't know you as well, Jen, but Sam and I are big time givers of information. This entire fucking show is built on just giving away information. Like, dude, and so it kind of just goes with that. If I'm telling you all this stuff and you're like, holy shit, that's how he runs 40 Airbnbs, or that's how he does this or that. Wow, that's fucking cool. It's like, I don't need a certificate. I can just act and be and show.
Yeah, it's like the experience, your life experience. The reason I'm in proactive resilience is because I'm a 2-time kidney transplant recipient, and I'm a caregiver for my daughter who has a low-grade brain tumor. Like, let's talk about resilience.
That's pretty resilient.
Yeah, so it's an interesting thing, but we are at the point where we need to come up with our daily challenge. Takes less than 5 minutes a day, costs $0, and is available from Fiji to Kathmandu. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts, I like the idea of setting everybody some reading homework and getting them to pick a book and read 10 pages every day.
I loved reading 10 pages every day.
I mean, that's some, you ask for certification homework. The easiest way to learn is to pick up a book. Mm-hmm. And I'd be willing to bet that most of us have a book graveyard similar to the course graveyards we were talking about earlier, where we've got a lot of books that we intended to read, and they're sitting on the coffee table. So I'd make that the challenge. Go grab a book and
I got a book graveyard and a book cart in Amazon ready to go.
We're all the same. It's too easy because I know what your flaws are because they're all mine.
There's just too many good books. I can read 10, 15 pages a day, but then like 3 people are like, dude, read this book. And you're like, yeah. In fact, I just got back to Denver, which I shouldn't announce because I'm surprising my family. So hopefully they're not watching right now. Maybe they are.
My mom's the only person that watches my stuff. She's always watching.
Well, we got 3 people on my Facebook page. So I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows?
Is one of them my mom?
Yeah, we got a lot. She doesn't have Twitch or YouTube, which is what we're big on. A lot of Twitchers and YouTubers. My mom don't use that. But we just came to a book that I had like left at my house from, I guess, Christmas. And I looked at it. I was like, damn, why am I not reading that book? Fuck, that book looks real good. It's about how the relationship with money has ruined society, apparently. It's like, oh, wow, that sounds fucking awesome. Anyways, okay, so let's. I like the 10 pages thing. The only reason I'm going to veto that, Sam, is because we get that a lot with intellectual health. Everyone's like, hey, let's just read 10 pages. I want to change something else up. What if we focus more on the certification side and we actually have you? And for me, I'm obviously going to post this on Facebook, and I'm going to tag your asses to challenge you guys too. What if we have to write down a passion or an interest, and then we have to find 3 courses online that that offer like 3 courses related to that passion or interest.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to veto that, because doesn't it have to be free and available from Wisconsin to Kathmandu?
Well, I would say that there are a lot of free courses out there.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
My idea was that it was free, but I mean, you have a good point that there are a lot that aren't free. I guess the research would be free. I don't know. So how do we get around that then? I would say that, I mean, Google offers a lot of free courses. I just don't know what your passions are. Maybe you have a passion in underwater weaving, and those are all paid courses.
What if you what if you research and follow someone who's an expert in that area?
That's a good start too. That's a good start. Maybe we find 3 courses and we find 3 people that are experts in that area.
Okay.
I mean, that's less than 5 minutes. And even if you don't take the course, at least you're following or, getting your Facebook social media feed. Oh, that's what a great comment. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I appreciate you.
Dominating just said, I'm not missing the 3rd guest today. Sam and Jen is like 10 times. So thank you guys. Great work. We're over 30 minutes. We got to wrap this challenge up. So write down a passion or an interest, find 3 courses that you could take to develop that, and find 3 experts that you can follow on social media, which is free, that you can at least focus and follow and have them into your feed so that you start aligning with that. Does that sound like some good intellectual health?
Sounds like a good plan.
I like it.
So that's 7 passions. Hopefully y'all have 7 passions or interests. A passion.
Or you could just one passion and get all the different views on it.
I support that too. If you have one fucking massive passion that you want to get in on, I fully support that every day you can do 3 new people, 3 new courses, and then by the end you have 21 new people you're following that are socially feeding you all the info you need, and 21 potential courses that you could take if you wanted on that passion. I support that too. Write down a passion, interest, and find 3 courses on regarding that, as well as 3 experts to follow on social media. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, that is it. Follow Free Code Camp. All right. Well, I like that. Thank you so much, Vivid Happy. Free Code Camp, I'm guessing is. Do you know what that is, Sam?
Yeah, it's a camp for code that's free.
Fucking great. So I'm guessing if you're a coder, that's a great one. Dominating said it's easy. Just follow Millionaires Are Made and follow all of our guests. Yeah, if you really. Man, if you want to do it real easy, when we go to one of our episodes, follow those 3 guests that you like on that topic. Fucking super easy. They are awesome. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me respond real quick, and then I'm going to kick you guys off, and we're going to end the show.
Wonderful. Kicked off. No ticket.
You guys have about 20 seconds for any last words.
Would you like to go first?
It's been a pleasure. I like the challenge. I'm down with that.
Yes, it's been a pleasure, and thank you for having us on. And thank you for talking about my course, dude. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, it fit perfectly with this. I mean, thank you for hopping on a correct topic for it. It fits perfectly. Yeah. One last shout out for Sam. He just launched it, or is it not launched yet?
It's just launched. It's still in beta. We're still twiddling with it. I'm probably going to add a couple more modules. Having a lot of fun.
Take 20 seconds to pitch that, and we'll put that link in here too.
Dude, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I thought my job as the small business surgeon would be fixing businesses, and it's not. It's actually fixing entrepreneurs. And the business is a direct extension of them. And that was the big surprise. So over the last 3 years of working with entrepreneurs, I've taken what I've learned and I've put it in a course that people can actually do themselves. And it compresses everything into 90-day challenges. And if you want to learn more, go to followsam.live. And I'm on day 63 of 90 today. So you can see it all happening live.
Awesome. All right, guys, I'm putting you backstage. I'm wrapping this up. Let's get out of here. Thank you so much. And that concludes yet another episode of Millions Are Made. We only had 2 guests. We had one that got sick and unfortunately couldn't make it, but it was an awesome episode packed full of information. If you're interested in intellectual health and certifications, please go follow Jen and Sam. Take Sam's course if you can. Go sign up for Jen's coaching if you can. do whatever you can. Follow Millionaires Are Made. Like Dominique said, what a great tip. Our daily challenge is going to be write down a passion or interest. Go find 3 courses on that. You may or may not take them. If they're free, go ahead and take them. If you, sorry, something just popped up. And also to find 3 experts or influencers in those passions or topics and go follow them. So it starts filtering into your feed, help you out. And without further ado, I hope